about pop friends. This is Michelle Legorreta, and in this new video, we have an interview with Sara Wigan. She is a French singer-songwriter. She's an actress, former dancer, and also a model. Hi, Sara. How are you?
Hi, Michelle. I'm really good. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. So, may I start?
Sorry?
May I start?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, of course. So, how did your acting career start? How did you decide to be an actress?
That's a really good question. It's like, I don't know, it sounds like really cheesy, but it's something that I always wanted to do. And as a kid, I was always like putting up little show and little play with my brother. And by the age of 13, they were just holding an audition in the acting school I was in. And I just took the audition and it just led me to my first role in theater. And that's pretty much how it started. And then I kept just going on and going on.
Yeah,
So,
okay. Everything it starts when you're a kid, right?
yeah, everything pretty much started when I was a kid. Music, I started when I was like 5 years old. Same thing for modeling. I think I was maybe like 6 or 7 years old. And yeah, it really changed a lot of things to me to start this young.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Um, Tell me, how was the first time you went on a stage? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Tell us.
Well, first time, I don't recall it very much because I was 5 years old. So I don't really recall it. But as an adult, yes, I was like quite nervous. I was really nervous. I was actually so nervous that during the rehearsal, my voice just broke completely and I just couldn't speak or talk. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a disaster. It's just going to be awful. And it went well, obviously. But this is still the same. Like, even after like 20 years, when I walk on stage, I'm just like, oh my God, this is terrible. I'm so stressed. This is the last time I'm gonna do this. I don't want to feel this stress ever again. And then I do my show, and at the end, I'm just like, oh my God, I want to do it again, again, again. So I think stress is something that you just keep all of your life.
Okay, yes. But it's super cool that even if you're so stressed at the end, you feel like, yeah, you want to do it again because I don't know, this feeling is super nice, I think, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing because after like the first three sentences and stuff, you can hear the people clapping and singing and doing all this stuff, and you're just like, oh my God, this is really what I live for and what I want to do for the rest of my life. And all the stress and all the rehearsals and all the things that may have gone wrong, it's just like some kind of old memories, and that's all. You just want to do this like forever.
That's super nice. So, do you have any anecdote in your facet as an actress that you can share with us?
Uh, which anecdote? Yeah, well, what can I share? Do you want a good one or a bad one?
Okay, it's on you, it's on you.
um, okay. Well, I don't know. There's actually many of it, from like filming super late at night and like having no way to just go home. Or I remember this time when we actually shoot a scene in the mall, and it was just like super late, and they just locked us inside, and we were two actors left inside, like, okay, great, it's 1 in the morning. Are we gonna stay stuck in this mall until the airport at like 10 a.m.? How is it gonna go? And we just stay stuck in for like the 2 hours or something, 2 left hours, something like this. That was just okay. But there's many things like this. It just happened all the time.
Okay. Did you feel frustrated, being stuck inside of the mall?
Yeah, well, at first, yes, because it was the end of the day and you just want to go home and have some rest and have some lunch or anything. And I was like, okay, first I was really frustrated, and then I was just like, okay, you know what? It's not like a movie. I'm stuck inside this. Let's just explore. And we just ended up with just walking all around and just exploring everything. So that was fun. That was fun.
Okay, okay. At least you had fun, right?
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
had to. We were stuck, so.
It's okay. So, how was your experience playing the Disney princesses like Elsa, Rapunzel, and the voice of the Little Mermaid? Tell me.
It's really like little girl dreams come true. Like, as every little girl in the world, I was just like dressing up as a princess and doing things like this. And when I had this opportunity to work with Disney, it was just so amazing. I was like, yeah, I want to do it. So I just started with The Little Mermaid, if I recall correctly, and I just had to voice over for some show. And then it just expanded, and they were just like, do you think you could play Elsa and then you're gonna play Rapunzel and stuff? And this is amazing, you know, you get all dressed up and like all the makeup. And this is, I think the best thing is actually to see the people reaction, because when a kid sees you, when a little girl sees you, you are Queen Elsa or you are the Little Mermaid, and they just get like crazy and with like little sparkle in the eyes. And this is amazing. This was my favorite part of the job, seriously, to see all the reaction.
Yeah, so you really feel like a princess.
Yeah, actually, yes. It really feel like it. And you know, you're just working and you have this Cinderella castle right behind you and all this thing. It's really dreamy. It really is.
Oh, that's nice. So it was like musicals and something like that, right?
Yeah, basically yes. It's usually 15-minute show, 20-minute show. And yeah, you just are the princess at this very moment, and you just either sing the song from the movie or song that are being created for the show. And yeah, it just, as you know, you have some dance move, something. It's really, there's a little story in everything. So that's like a little musical, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I
Yeah.
can imagine this feeling of
Yeah,
you being a princess. Yeah, like you
exactly.
said, it's like these yearly dreams, you know? Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it is. The first time that you get dressed and then you see yourself in the mirror with the hair and the makeup, and you're just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Is this me for real?
Is it? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so great. I'm gonna go home dressed like that.
Yes. And go to the mall like this.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone does this, no?
Oh, yeah. Super nice, super nice. So, okay, you studied acting in London.
Yeah.
What difference do you find between the London and French industries?
Well, there's this thing in the French industry, like when you are an actor or a singer, unless you are like extremely famous, um, they people tend to consider that it's just like a hobby or something that you do for fun. And there is only like a handful people really well known in France, and they are always working together. So it's really difficult to be taken seriously in France. While in the United Kingdom or even in the United States, if you say that you're an actor or if you say that you're a singer, people are gonna be like, oh, okay, that's great. What have you done? What are your projects? People are taking this much more seriously. And there is also a big difference in paycheck. Very oftenly in France, people expect you to work for free, to do concert for free, or to shoot some movie for free. While it would never happen, or like not that often in the United Kingdom, or people are like, well, this is your job, so you're gonna get paid, you know. So that's the main difference.
Okay, okay. It's a shame you don't get like paid in France just because it's like a hobby. Yeah, I didn't know about that, and I think it's bad.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like usually you're gonna be asked to do a concert and they're gonna ask you to do it for free. because it's gonna give you some views or publicity, and you're gonna have to pay for the studio to rehearse. You're gonna have to pay for your own musician, and basically you're gonna end up paying like 500 to hire musicians and dancers and do your show and not get paid in return. So yeah, that's pretty much a problem in France.
Okay, that's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
Oh, that's okay, you know.
Okay, so what do you think of the performance of the method? Would you use it at some point?
The what?
The performance of the method.
Um, yeah, I would probably use it at some point. Yeah, definitely.
Why?
I think it's a great one. It's the method is just like something that just push you to just get things out of yourself. Basically, you're just gonna rely to like feelings or situation that you've known before and just use it for your character. And sometimes it can be actually pretty therapeutic. And I think it's, in my opinion, the most reliable like technique as an actor, because you're always gonna find an emotion. You're always gonna find something within you, especially as an adult, because you have like many things in your life, both positive and negative, and you're always gonna find something.
Okay, okay. Good. So you just finished filming a movie, a horror movie.
Yeah.
Can you give us a preview of this movie?
Okay, what can I tell you without just telling completely the story? I play a woman that have been just kidnapped when she was a kid. And she has been raised in a big house without ever seeing any other human being. The people who actually kidnapped her, they just placed like microphone and stuff into dolls and bears. So she really thinks that she has been raised by those dolls and those bears. And the people who actually kidnap her after many years, they're just gonna start giving her order, and basically her mind is all set up. Like she turned into a complete sociopath, complete psychopath, and she's gonna have a mission. I cannot tell you what now, but she's gonna have a mission. The thing is it really her mission, or is it something that she has been told to do? And what is it gonna be? What the purpose? But I cannot tell you what, because otherwise I would just tell up the plot.
Yeah, it's okay. So, how was for you this experience? You know, horror movie. You are a Disney princess, and then you are in a horror movie. How is that?
Well, what was really funny is that I was actually playing the Disney princess at the same time that I was filming the horror movie. So it was kind of a split, you know. Some morning I was like Elsa or Rapunzel, and like in the afternoon or at night I was just filming this horror movie, like covered in blood and screaming. But it was really great. I've never filmed an horror movie before, and it was so great. I love all those things. I love like Tim Burton, all of those gloomy, dark movie, and that was great to be in it for once. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Usually when people see an horror movie, they're like, oh my god, it must be terrible to film, but it's actually a lot of fun, usually because we try to keep it as light as possible in the team, otherwise it's a burden. But yeah, for example, when you have to do this splash with blood, it's really hard to get a take when you're not laughing because you know it's gonna come, and there's actually someone in front of you with the blood, and there's like, okay, I'm waiting there, and you're on camera and you have to scream, and then they just splash the blood at you, and it's really hard not to laugh actually. So it was really great. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, yeah, it sounds super nice. So,
Yeah.
is this is that stressful when you have to film these scenes, so terrific scenes. Is that as stressful as it seems?
It is usually, some of them are, yeah, some of the scenes are really stressful. Usually because just do it again and again and again and again. And sometimes you're just filming at night, and we filmed this movie in a house in the middle of nowhere, mostly at night. And sometimes you just get caught in the thing, and you're just like, oh my god, am I really acting, or is it something really going wrong? And yeah, it just gets nervous, and you just take a look at the director, and you're just like, okay, no, that's fine, it's just a movie, take a big breath. So yeah, sometimes it was like a little stressful.
Okay, yeah, I think it's part of it. And yeah, you just have to enjoy yourself, right?
Yeah, absolutely, that's the point of everything. Just enjoy yourself. You have only one life, just live it fully.
Okay, okay. So you told me that you are like coaching
Yeah,
young actors and dancers,
singers actually.
singers. Okay, okay, yeah.
Yes,
So
I
tell
do.
me.
Well, when I came back in France, I wanted to help young singers to make their way. Same thing for actors. And so I just opened my own school, and I started first with singers. So basically, there was just people coming at me, and they who already know how to sing, and other that were just like complete beginners, and I would just coach them either to learn how to sing or to get into audition or shows or like whatever they would want to do. And then I just started to do the same thing for actors, kids, adults, and teenagers. And this is really great. Like, this is really something I absolutely love, because I have some of my students that I had for the past like 3 or 4 years, and now they are like in big musical. One of my students, she's gonna start in a big musical in France next October. They're doing concert, they're doing sing, they're just playing in movie, and I'm almost more proud of them than I am of what I have achieved. Because I just think this is so great. I get so excited when I see them like on stage or something. This is amazing.
Yeah, okay. When you told me that you were doing this, I really wished to be coached by you.
Really?
Yeah.
Like singing
And
or acting?
singing, yeah, for
Singing.
sure.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, but
Oh,
yeah, we are like miles away, so
yeah. Well, I can come to Mexico to just to
yeah,
do
it would be
both you.
fun.
I wouldn't mind. Like, I definitely wouldn't mind.
Yeah, you will be welcome here, of
Great.
course.
I take notes. I will come.
Okay, so yeah, you told me also that you are from France, and then you moved to UK, and your roots, it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
incredible. Cuban and USA, something like
Yeah.
that. Can you, yeah, like explain this better?
Yeah, absolutely. So my grandfather was American, and another one, my other grandfather was Polish. So I have roots from the USA and Poland from both sides. And my grand aunt, she was from Cuba. So I root from there. And then my parents were from France. So that's why I grew up in France. And then, yes, I moved to UK first time when I was like 12 or 13 years old. Then I moved back in France. Then I moved back in the United States and came back in France, moved to UK, and now I'm in France again.
Oh my, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Good. You have so many like references of the world.
Yeah, that's so great. Traveling is definitely one of my favorite things to do. I try to do at least one new country a year. at least. But yeah, that's definitely something I'd like to do. And usually when I stay in the same place for too long, I get bored. I'm just like, okay, I've seen most of it. I really need to move. So yeah, I moved. For example, for my album, I just moved a little bit all around the world to record it because I really wanted to work with different people, different color, different vibes stuff. So I really wanted to travel. So I just left for a year and a half, I think, something like this, to record this album and like work with songwriters and composers. And that was definitely one of the highlights of my life.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds that you have a really good life.
Well, yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Not gonna
Yeah.
complain.
Okay, so you mentioned this album you're going to release. Um, okay, so could you share with us a little of your album?
Yes.
I know it's releasing in November.
Yeah, November 14th. Absolutely. So it's gonna be released November 14th. I really thought of this album as one story. So basically, all the songs are linked together, and they just tell one single story. Um, so yeah, and I really thought about it as a visual album. So there will be like music video and stuff, telling the story. And as I said, I just traveled all over the world, so it was interesting to have those different music vibe and music colors from everyone and then blend it all together, because you were just like, okay, I had like something like 10 songs and you're just like, they're very different. I'm like, how am I going to make this one little story? So it was a lot of work. We worked on this album for like 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. But it's finally looking like I would want it to look like. I mean, almost. But I'm a perfectionist. So basically, if I listen to myself, I will never release it because I will always find something to change and add and stuff like that. So I have to just let it out into the world at some point.
Yeah, please. It sounds super interesting. A conceptual album. Yeah.
Yeah,
I really love conceptual albums, so I'm gonna listen to it, of course.
Yeah, well, I hope you like it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, yeah, do you want to sing us a song?
Yeah, sure. Would love to.
I look at this 5-year-old girl. I look at her eyes filled with wonder. She's full of happiness, letting life take its course, living every moment. I look at this 16-year-old teen. I look at her red lips of calming, having a drink on one side, forgetting that she's safe and sound. The world will lead her past to her door. I look at her, I look at her, and I see myself. There is nothing you can do for me to avoid the fact that I lived every moment. I look at this 25-year-old growing up, feeling mature upon her mind. She make the most of time and life is running fast while spreading in her arms. I look at her, I look at her, and I see myself. There is nothing you can do for me to avoid the fact that I lived every moment. I look at this 40-year-old mom. seeing a child getting old in her arms, running, running, running after time. She who doesn't have the time to let it in fly by. I look at her, I look at her, and I see myself. There is nothing you can do for me to avoid the fact that I lived every moment. I look at this 85-year-old lady who's almost running out of time. She wished she made the most of every second. She would like to live, she would like to live, she would like to live you. I look at her.
Thank you for this song. I really liked it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you for giving us the opportunity of this interview, and I hope we can have an interview later. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.